in physics, I wish to know from both of you, are you all aware of how to graphically represent constant velocity, constant acceleration, or for that matter, what is velocity and what acceleration? Well, I'm asking these questions because I know that you may be known to them, but why I'm asking these questions from where I am coming. I'm coming from the deep analysis. It is not about surface. We are not going to skim the surface anymore. We have to scratch surface and get beneath to the extent, to the depth in our capacity, whatever we can reach. Correct, dear?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not about skimming the surface. It's not a shallow study. It's about in-depth study. We need to scratch the surface and get beneath the surface, very deep into it. Therefore, when I'll ask acceleration, I'll expect that if you are saying yes, if you are affirmative about yes, everything is known to you vis-a-vis velocity, then you should be privy to one and all related to velocity. It should not be just the definition of velocity. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So when I say velocity is not known to you, that is what is the
So,
backdrop. So please don't take it otherwise. Yes, dear. Yes, Krish.
sir, I am in hospital, so I have to like go.
Oh, you have not yet returned.
Yes, sir.
I thought you'll be returning by 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. It just got extended. Like it was emergency.
Okay, okay, okay. In that case, you get done with it and then you will join. Fine. No issue.
Yes, sir.
Because we are discussing very important point today. I don't want to be a miss. So anyway, you are in medical exigency, so I cannot ask you to wait. So you please get done with, get attended by doctor, and after of it, join us. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Rishabh, so we are talking about velocity, Rishabh, right, Rishabh?
Yeah.
Velocity is what to you, Rishabh? Is, as you know, change in position by time, correct?
Yeah.
Now, we want to represent this velocity, which is constant, let us say, is not changing with time. We want to represent it on a piece of paper. What did you?
Yeah.
I want to show it graphically. I want to show
Yes,
that
sir.
velocity term graphically. What is the
Yeah.
methodology to show velocity, or for that matter, any vector graphically or on a piece of paper? What is the physical term with the help of which we can show velocity, or for that matter, any vector? Any vector, if I want to show a vector on piece of paper, then
Yeah.
what we have by science conferred? What is it? Yes, yes, Rishabh, tell me.
So for velocity, we can represent it graphically by using a displacement time graph by plotting a displacement time graph.
Okay. Do we have anything known as vector? Are you privy to term vector? What is a vector?
No,
What a
sir.
vector is? You're not privy to. Okay. So how we present it on a piece of paper known to you, that we present it with the help of graphical interpretation, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So graphically we can present. Let me ask you, you have been given that you are moving in the direction eastwards with 5 km per hour. How will you present this on a piece of paper? You are moving eastwards with 5 km per hour. How will you present it on a piece of paper? You said graphically. I take what I have said. I'm buying what you have said. Is it okay, dear? It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
incorrect. You are to some extent correct. So you present it with help of graph. Good. Taken. Graph will let you know on magnitude of velocity, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A graph suggests. Graph will suggest what magnitude you want to read. That can be manifested by uses of graph or graph paper, to be precise. What about direction? How will I get to know direction? Direction cannot be shown graphically, you know that, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I'm getting you an insight on what you are to additionally study. It may not be in syllabi, but we need to study it additionally as it is to help on both the fronts. And what they be? NTSC as well as ITJ Foundation. Got it, yeah?
Yeah.
And what is that to you? The first topic which we'll study in 11th standard after of mathematic tools will be vectors. Got it, yeah?
Okay. Okay,
What
sir.
will it be? Vectors. So, to manifest direction of a physical quantity, we require it to be by vector methodology analyzed. Is it okay, dear?
Yeah.
Only
Yes, sir.
then we can factor in direction of a physical quantity. Till the time we are not associating vector with it, we'll not be able to manifest direction in the magnitude of a physical quantity. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, am I clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll come to it later, but as per what you have suggested graphically, I'll take graph first, thereby I'll be limiting my study on magnitude of velocity. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Now, there is one problem, and which being magnitude means it can never be negative, right?
Yeah.
The moment you say magnitude of velocity, magnitude means you're talking of speed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So speed will always be positive, it cannot be negative, correct?
Yes, sir.
That means if you toss a coin upwards, if the coin is moving upwards with 5 meter per second, you will write the speed 5 meter per second. If it is moving downwards with 5 meter per second, you will write speed again 5 meter per second, correct?
Yeah.
So there is no tool by which you can distinguish whether the coin concerned is moving upwards or downwards. Getting it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Getting it from where? From where the concepts stem. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
See, when we find that we are wanting on something, only then we get to the motivation of development or knowledge on the same, correct? Unless and
Yeah.
until we are aware of, yes, we are wanting on that aspect, we will not indulge on that. Why? Because we are ignorant. Lydia?
Yes,
So
yeah.
we got a want. Okay, 5 meter per second, I'm good with. But think of a situation when the particle is moving upward with 5 meter per second, and then particle is at the same position, this time moving downwards with 5 meter per second, correct?
Yeah.
Then I got to know, but physicality being different. In one case it is moving up, in the other case it is moving down. So on mathematical front, we are hamstrung. Then yes or no? Why?
Yeah.
Because we are able to observe the distinction between two motion. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But we are not able to present it on a piece of paper.
Yes, sir.
We are mathematically challenged, right?
Yeah.
The speed didn't work. Why? The speed was not
Okay.
getting me the distinction.
Yeah.
Then came the term component of velocity. What came in existence? Component of velocity. And component of velocity is what to us? Component of velocity, if I want to, let's say I want to show on board component of velocity. Then what will I do? I'll have to first take frame. So I'm coming to what you have suggested. I'm coming to graph, but I'm taking baby steps towards it. Getting it, yeah?
Yeah.
So when you say graph, the first and the foremost being, you should be privy to the axis.
Yes, sir.
Okay? What are they? X-axis, Y-axis. Correct, yeah?
Yeah.
So we know x-axis, y-axis, and we know we are dealing with plane. Plane of board. So plane of board means it is a plane which can be represented by two axes. Correct, dear?
Yeah.
A combination of two axes. And what I'm marking it to be X and Y. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So till the time you want to represent a particle which falls on the plane of board, getting it?
Yeah.
Till the time you want to show a particle, Rishabh, which falls on the plane of board, this particle, yeah?
Okay.
You can associate with this particle x-axis and y-axis once you have defined your plane xy. So I show you the plane. This is my x-axis or y-axis and this the other. Is it okay? I'm marking
Yeah.
it differently. This is x-axis and this is my y-axis. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Why on earth I require the axis? Why do we require the axis? Why on earth I have taken x and y? Everything that you are to study in science, you know, is relative, correct?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing absolute, right? We are talking on relative aspect, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I say that I want to locate this particle, I'll have to get you my benchmark. Is it okay? I'll
Yeah.
have to fix a reference. Getting it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So for fixing of reference, we require axis. For fixing of reference, we require axis. It can be one axis, it can be two axes, it can be three axes. I'll come to them in turns. Is it okay?
Yeah.
If you are to follow a line, if you are to follow a line, if you are to arrest wobbling or dissuading from a line, then only one axis will serve your purpose. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Only one axis. If you are privy to one axis, you can locate the particle, correct?
Yeah.
Why? Because particle is towing a line.
Yeah.
But if the particle is to move on this board, is free to move on this board, then one axis will not suffice. One axis will not suffice. So what you require? You require another axis.
Yeah.
So a combination of two axes, which we will call axis, will then suffice, correct?
Yeah.
What we will do? I want to locate this particle. What will I do? Rishabh, I'll drop perpendicular on x-axis, correct? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And we'll drop perpendicular on y-axis, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
This distance from the origin, again, what is origin? A reference. What reference? Where the two axes meet perpendicularly, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this distance from origin, this will be called x coordinate of the particle, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is x coordinate of the particle, and the distance where the perpendicular meets y-axis, distance of the origin, where the perpendicular meets y-axis, perpendicular drawn from the position of particle on which axis? Y-axis. So that is to get me which coordinate? Y coordinate, right here?
Yes, sir.
So how do we get the coordinates, dear? How do we get the coordinate? We get the coordinates when we drop perpendicular from position of particle onto respective axis, correct?
Yeah.
From point to x-axis will get me x coordinate. From point perpendicular drawn to y-axis will get me y coordinate. Correct, Rishabh?
Yep. Yes, sir.
if I ask you to locate this particle when the particle is not to fall on board, but is slightly off the board, getting it, yeah?
Yeah.
It is no more falling in the plane of board, where it is slightly off the
Off
board,
the board.
slightly is raised, it is here. Can you figure it out?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
In this case, Risha, will two coordinates suffice?
No, sir.
No. So what we require to get the exact location, Risha?
A third
I want to
axis.
get the exact location, what I require.
A third axis.
The third axis. And third axis, what we do in general, you can check your room, you are seated in your room right here.
Yeah.
If you want to locate any particle on the wall, if you
Yeah.
want to locate any particle on the wall of the room, right here, so what
Yes,
you
sir.
require? You require only two coordinates, agreed?
Yes, sir.
But if you want to locate a particle somewhere floating in the room,
Yeah.
then what will I do? Then I'll take third axis. Two
Yes, sir.
axes being taken already to represent wall. And
Yeah.
third axis, why? Because this particle is not on the wall, it is floating in the room, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Now what we do? We follow the same methodology. What is that? We will draw from that particle perpendiculars on x-axis, y-axis, and the third axis to me is z-axis. Got it here?
Yes, sir.
So this is a particle right here, yeah?
Yeah.
If I draw perpendicular on x-axis, it will meet the same point or not? Tell me. Think about it. I have just raised it. I have just raised it. Where it is
Yeah.
here. Can you see this? Here it is.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
I draw perpendicular to x-axis. Will meet here again.
Yeah.
Perpendicular to y-axis. Will meet y-axis again here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third which was not to be seen earlier. Now I draw perpendicular on which axis? Z-axis. Getting it? This is z-axis. This
Okay.
is z-axis. Can you see this?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Now I draw perpendicular from where? From tip of the chalk piece holder. Can you see this?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
On which axis? On z-axis. Getting it here?
Yes, sir.
So I'll get this point where it will hit. Can you see this? Can you
Yeah,
see this
yes,
point where it will hit? Can you see this
Yes.
point?
Yes, sir.
And then this distance will be how? What to us there? This one?
Z coordinate.
Z coordinate. Getting it here?
Yes, sir.
So this time we will get to the Z coordinate as well, right, Rishabh?
Yeah.
Visible the board? Visible the board?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the particle was on board, Rishabh, then you got X coordinate, you got Y coordinate, and what would be Z coordinate? 0, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why 0? Can you tell me why 0? Because if I
it's
draw
on the
perpendicular on Z axis, look, this will be a perpendicular.
yeah. It will
Where will
be
it be? It
zero.
will meet the axis at the origin, correct?
Yeah.
So what will be that distance? The distance which I showed you. What will be this distance? This distance will be 0, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Therefore, when it is on the plane of board, then Z coordinate is 0.
Zero.
And if it is elevated slightly, then there will be Z coordinate as well to its merit, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So are we privy to X, Y, Z first?
Yeah.
Yes, they are perpendiculars, fine. And a very important point, which you will always adhere to whenever you are using vector terms. And that being, X is this, Y is this, Z we know will be perpendicular to the plane of board, correct? Because the three axes are taken perpendicular to each other. So Z will be perpendicular to the plane of board, correct?
Yeah.
Now positive x is to the right, positive y is upward, positive z according to you, Rishabh, should be away from board or towards the board.
It can be anywhere.
Us, or should I take it into the board away from us?
It can be anywhere.
No, this is true till the time you are dealing with scalar quantity. Is it okay? When you're doing with vectors, then you follow right hand rule.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you curl your finger from x to y. When you curl your finger from x to y, thumb in whichever direction is pontificating is the direction in which we are to take positive z axis. Is it okay?